Hi, I'm Angela Kumpe. I've been a groomer for over 18 years. Some of you know me from the trade shows, from doing all the creative styling and teaching creative styling. And I'm here with Adrian Mitchell, and he is with Clipp-Aid. And he has a brand new product that has never been seen in the grooming industry before, and it is amazing. From now on, you never have to send your blades off to be sharpened again. Can you tell us about the product?
Well, you know, Clipp-Aid came out of the idea of there's got to be an easier way to sharpen your blade. You know, today, as you pointed out, you have to ship it off or wait for the sharpening person to come by and sharpen the blade. And it's just not convenient. And so we thought about some really different ways of actually sharpening the blade, and what we said is, what if you could actually sharpen your blade with the machine that you actually use in your salon every day and put the power of sharpening back in the hands of the stylist? All you do is you take this simple little packet that's pre-filled with crystals, blade sharpening crystals. You simply cut off the top. You turn on your machine, and you let the machine do the work. It's that simple. And it only takes about a minute to actually sharpen your blade. Really easy, really simple to use.
Well, that's better than waiting on that blade sharpening guy to come to my shop.
Absolutely.
Sometimes he says he's going to show up and he doesn't show up, and then sometimes he says he's going to bring my stuff back, and it's a week later, then I'm stuck with no blades.
It's so much more convenient. There's no hassle. It's really simple to use. And what's really amazing about it, you see the green crystals actually start turning into a lighter powder. So you actually know it's working.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you how I knew I was doing it right.
That crackling noise that you hear is the crystals being crushed by the blades.
Okay.
And that cutting through the crystals is what actually sharpens the blade.
So how long does the blade stay sharp after I do this? Is it just like traditional sharpening?
It's a lot like traditional sharpening, and what we find is that the sharpness lasts for about 3 to 5 weeks. And then right after that, you just actually use it again, and you're good to go. But you know, what we find is a lot of pet groomers, they know exactly when their blades get dull. They know exactly when. They could be right in the middle of actually grooming an animal, and what they need to do is just take this out, use it for 1 minute, and they're good to go. And all you need to do once you've actually sharpened is just clean with your brush just like you normally do. Then you add a little bit of oil. Then you turn your machine on, and that's it. You're good to go.
Well, that's pretty amazing stuff. So, what you're telling me is, I don't have to pay to ship my blades to a sharpener anymore.
Not anymore.
I don't have to wait on the sharpening guy to come to my shop.
Not anymore.
I'm one of these groomers that every time my blades get dull, I just throw them to the side. I grab out a new one. Next thing you know, I have this huge pile of blades, and I don't have anything sharp, and I have to go buy a new one because I have 100 blades that are dull.
The blades are gone.
So this isn't going to happen anymore.
You keep your blade, it extends the life of your blade. You just keep sharpening with Clipp-Aid. We have customers that have been using Clipp-Aid for years, part of our test group that we introduced back in 2010. In 2013, they're still using the same clipper, the same machine, the same blade. It's pretty incredible.
So can I use these on trimmer clippers as well?
Absolutely. We actually have 4 different types of products. We have a trimmer product, and then we have 3 clipper products. And the clipper products are actually for the different size blades. So if you're using a 30 size blade, you use one product. If you're using a 7, use another product. If you're using a 4, use a different product. So we have a product that actually services all the lines of the different size blades, whether it's an Andis blade, a wall blade, an Oster blade, any manufacturer, Clipp-Aid will sharpen that blade.
What about ceramic blades?
It sharpens ceramic blades too. A lot of people have that question. It sharpens ceramic blades.
So how much is this? Very expensive?
No, it's only about $20 to $25. Simple, easy to use, but more importantly, it provides a real value. So if you get, for example, the standard blade clipper, you get 10 packets in one box, and it's about $2 each per sharpen.
That's cheaper because I pay $5 a blade to have my blade sharpened.
And it's probably not as hassle-free as Clipp-Aid.
Probably not, because again, I have to ship them off. So, if I'm in the middle of clipping my dog,
yes,
it goes dull, I just stop, sharpen my blade, and I go right to town.
And what's great about it is that it's 60 to 90 seconds, and you're good to go for the next five weeks. Obviously, depending on how often you groom in your salon.
You know where this will save a lot of money?
Where's that?
The cordless trimmers that a lot of the groomers use have disposable blades. They don't even sharpen them, they just dispose them.
Yes.
And buy another one, it's $20 to $30 for a blade. So this is going to save me $20 to $30 every time I have to chunk that blade.
Absolutely. You know, one of the things that we ran into as we were actually visiting with pet groomers and asking them for their feedback is they told us those blades couldn't be sharpened. Well, they couldn't be sharpened the traditional way.
Because they don't come apart.
Exactly.
You don't have to take the blade apart to use this.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
How was this product developed?
Well, you know, the first thing that we wanted to focus on was to make sure that this product was made only from natural ingredients. Because what we didn't want to do was to have any product that would harm the animal or harm the pet groomer. So Clipp-Aid, you know, the way we thought about it was, how do we take some natural ingredients and actually put this thing together in a way that actually helps sharpen the blade? And it's very safe, doesn't hurt you at all.
Okay.
Very safe, very simple to use. Now, what's great about the product is we really focused as a chemical engineer, which is my background, we first focused on the hardness of the crystals. If the crystals are too hard, it will fundamentally damage the blade.
Right.
If the crystals are too soft, it won't sharpen the blade.
Right.
So we really focused on finding a formulation that actually had the right amount of hardness to truly sharpen the blade and not damage the blade over multiple uses over multiple years.
Okay.
The second thing that we had to figure out was how much crystals to use. Because what we were really trying to solve for was for the groomer to be able to sharpen their blade in about a minute. Because time is incredibly valuable. So each of these packets are actually pre-filled with the right amount of crystals in order to sharpen the different size blades. And it only takes about a minute before the crystals are actually crushed up into a powder, and then you know it actually works. Okay. So that's really what we focused on.
Okay, so if some of this powder, when I'm done and I throw it in the trash can,
yes,
the dog knocks the trash can over and gets into it.
Yes.
It's not going to harm the dog?
Not at all.
So it's not toxic?
Not toxic at all.
Okay. That works. Well, that's great to know because, you know, my dogs destroy my shop all the time. You leave them unattended, they're in the trash can, chasing the cat, all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay, is this stuff idiot-proof? Because I have some pretty smart people working for me. Anybody
Absolutely.
can do this?
Anybody can do this. My kids can do this.
Well, this is some pretty good stuff, then. I'm anxious to see how this works.
Absolutely.
Well, that's great. I think I'll give it a try. Okay, so Adrian, I went and got my cordless trimmers.
Yes.
And I know this blade is dull because it went dull on me right in the middle of a groom yesterday. So we put this blade back on here, and you're telling me that this blade, that everybody else tells me I have to throw away, I'm going to be able to sharpen now.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and sharpen it right now.
Okay, let's give it a try. Alrighty. I'll cut this package open right here below this dotted line. Alright. So, if I can't do this, I don't need to be a groomer, correct?
That's right.
So, I set it in here, turn the clippers on.
Yes.
And I just set it in here. I move it around.
Yes.
How do I know when a minute's up? Just
well,
after about a minute, I'll look at it, right?
Yes. Well, what's happening is that the machine is actually cutting through the crystals.
Okay.
So what will happen is the crystals actually turn into a powder.
Okay.
And so when that powder shows up, you know that your blades are sharp and good to go. And it's about 45 seconds to a minute for it to actually cut through all those crystals. And you're doing the right thing. You're moving it back and forth, side to side. So you're actually allowing those crystals to flow through the blade and flow out of the blade.
Is it kind of like popcorn when I quit hearing the pop, then I'm done?
Well, those pops, exactly, those pops are actually cutting through the crystals. The blades are cutting through the crystals.
Like cooking popcorn, yo. When it quits popping, it's done. All right.
So now?
I'm just going to clean my blade.
Clean your blade.
All right. All right, now I'm going to oil it.
Yes.
Now I just oil each end, or do I have to really cake it in oil?
You know, the simplest thing to do is put a little bit on each side.
So just like I normally would do?
Just like you normally do.
Okay. All right. All right.
Turn your machine back on.
Okay. Oh, get all the hairballs out of there.
No problem.
That loosened all the hair up out of my clippers as well. Did y'all see that hairball fall out of there? All right. So now I should be good to go?
You are good to go.
Well, let's try this here. All right, now's the moment.
All right.
Wow. That really works. And it even works, I'm just taking the tips off because I didn't want to take her much shorter. So even just barely skimming the tips takes a really sharp blade for that because it normally pushes the hair down.
That's right.
That's nice. And it doesn't leave my blade feeling I don't know, jagged or anything. I thought it would maybe make it rough.
No.
But it doesn't, because you don't want it to be rough when you're doing like the insides of their pads and stuff, and it doesn't feel any different.
It's sharper though.
It is sharper. Yeah, I mean, it went right through that, even with a longer guard on it.
And what's so interesting about it is it's quick and easy.
That was very easy. I have to admit, I will even sharpen blades, and I'm a pretty lazy person when it comes to the blades. I have a huge box of dull blades, and I gotta admit, I'm bad to, they all get dull, and I just come to the show and I buy a new one.
Well, you can get rid of that box now.
I'm gonna get rid of that box now. This is amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm excited to go home and use this more.